Game 22 recap. Clearly, it's still dark outside, as you can see behind us. Oh, wait, you're going to see CGI.
Kind of dark, yeah.
But we basically had to leave straight from New York yesterday and hit the road to make it to Toronto in time for the day game. So we kind of had to just shoot it on the fly here, a little bit after the fact. But what were your thoughts on Yankee Stadium?
Well, it is big, and it's definitely all geared towards watching baseball.
It certainly is.
Or football, or whatever they're hosting there.
When you say football, I assume you mean European football.
College football as well is played there. Yeah, it's not much else to do, but they're definitely the park seemed to be focused on baseball in the field and celebrating the 20. I don't know if you know this, but they've won 27 World Series.
How many?
27.
Oh, okay. I don't think I got
like
that thing at the
very.
It's very subtle. They were very subtle about it.
Barely mentioned it.
Yeah. Here was my thought. So it was a gigantic stone structure through and through. They did nothing to doll up anything. It was no frills in all baseball.
Yeah.
And the inside of it felt just like the Coliseum in Oakland, which we were describing as nothing but a cement bunker, except this cement bunker had a bunch of tunnels. I hear these are bridge and tunnel people.
Yes.
There were nothing but tunnels in that stadium.
We did lots of tunnels.
It was crazy. To access everything, including Monument Park, which is like their thing.
Yes.
You had to go through a tunnel. I don't understand. Here's to me, it was, instead of it being, it was a monument. It was a monument to the Yankees. That stadium is.
Yes.
It actually felt like a tomb.
Wow.
It felt
tomb.
It felt like
put them in the ground.
Seriously, it felt like with all the tunnels we were going through, with it being all stone, and with the fact that it was so celebratory in the fact of celebrating their heritage and their history, which is not a bad thing, but it felt like a tomb.
A mausoleum.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's pretty good.
That's the impression I got out of it.
I like that.
They had two separate. So they had Monument Park, which is an homage to all of their players and managers and owners and things like that, and then they had a separate museum Hall of Fame type thing where they again celebrated more Yankee tradition and history. And in fairness, Yankees have more of it than a lot of other teams. Definitely more championships.
They do.
But man, did they let you know. We were at Cooperstown yesterday. We were at Cooperstown the same day, and I felt like the Yankees celebrated themselves more than Cooperstown celebrated baseball.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
There was nothing in the outfields. There was nothing for the kids to do at the ballpark. It is all baseball and nothing at the park.
Watch the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, they do win a lot. So.
You can't refute that.
Yeah. It's tough to look back at. Well, other than the other thought with the stadium is that it's our third straight game that was a complete lopsided victory. We
bring rain and runs apparently whenever we come. It was third straight double-digit game and third straight double-digit victory.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens today in Toronto.
Yeah, we shall see. Last night, after we left the ballpark, it started pouring. Of course. And we drove to Toronto in rain. Of course.
And fog. Why not?
And fog. Yeah, just throw in fog because our headlights are fantastic enough as it is. We also had a really fun experience as we were coming back to our car where we had parked. 3 spots before it, a tree had fallen on the car that was parked there.
If you want to see what it looks like, check our Twitter at 30in30for30. We have a couple pictures of it, but yeah, we are walking up this hill and suddenly there is just this gigantic tree that has fallen on 2 cars and has decimated one of the cars. And has like a little yellow police rope around it, or tape around it, like, yeah, we see this, but we're not going to do anything about it. And it was 3 spots away from where our car was parked. And if that had happened, that would have been, we've had some close calls, that would have been catastrophic.
Yeah. Don't know what we would have done with the tree falling on the car.
I don't think we're in Toronto right now for this day game, so.
No, it was not part of our contingency thinking.
That would have been the end of 30 in 30.
Speaking of not contingency, we recently crossed into Canada to realized that we didn't plan for
international
roaming.
It's actually the perfect 30 and 30 tradition to not plan for any of that.
Yeah. So we stopped at a local coffee establishment that had Wi-Fi internet to get our bearings. But that was another fun experience this morning.
Yeah, I'm on 2 hours of sleep. I didn't sleep worth a darn last night, and neither did you. You didn't have a lot of time to sleep, so we're gonna try to catch a couple of Z's before the Toronto game. We will also obviously do our preview, but man, oh man, I cannot wait to get this day game over with, get back to Chicago, and actually try to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Want to thank Mark and Haley.
Huge thank you.
Yes, for kind of being our hosts of New York.
Completely.
Last night.
They told us where to park. They told us what train to get on. They rode it with us. They gave us their tickets to the game. They had 2 extras.
Yeah.
They sat there and talked Yankees with us for the majority of the game.
Yeah.
They're also they're also ballpark chasers, which apparently chasers is a moniker that we're using now. I don't like it, and here's why. We're not chasing the ballpark. Storm chasers are chasing a moving storm. I get it. The ballparks aren't getting up and going anywhere. How are we chasing them?
I don't. That's.
Shouldn't we just be called like visitors or like ballpark?
Well, it doesn't have the same intensity to it. Like visitors. That sounds like a sci-fi. Like we're sci-fi characters. Just like appear. You know what I mean? Like the Grand Visitor. The Grand.
Would you call what we're doing? And I mean, what we're doing is an intense experience because of how ridiculous the drives are and how the turnarounds and everything. But would you call, you know, taking a 3-day weekend, flying into a city and seeing a stadium or two an intense experience?
I could definitely edit together a video mid-90s style with a lot of like push-in and pull-outs to make it seem very intense.
I want
extreme.
I want Journey to be the soundtrack of your montage.
Yeah.
And I think you could pull that off.
Yeah.
I don't like chasers. We're not chasing ballparks. I'm sorry. I still don't like it.
All right. Okay. You're on that ledge.
But in any case, they were also fellow ballpark visitors. We'll come up with a better word than visitors, because I agree with you. It's a little weak. But it was awesome to talk ballparks, talk baseball, talk everything. So
yeah.
Thank you very much to them.
Anything else?
That's about all I've got. We missed our opportunity to open this thing with live from New York. It's Saturday night because now it's Sunday morning.
It's true.
Totally lost that opportunity. So
yes.
I don't have a close for us now. I had one, now I got nothing.
What else is?
I'd like to thank the Gym Blossoms for performing tonight. Thank you very much, and our we had a great show for you.
Yes. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Chevy. We hope you get well down there. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I'm so tired. All right, bye guys.